Okay, we shall form Miss House will be a call back for Passabe or the no TV. And your first time or show the no TV. I'm also subscribe, like, comment, your comment section. You can click on the notification button for more news updates. So, this one topic news. Obia Kawasem. Say His Excellency Mr. John Dramani Mahama Oba ye ne modern bawabo our timidi at a dollar rating. So this inflation so ate bibia aye normal ama Ghana for. Enumu ana yanka say opposition party flag bearer Dr.Bawumia ebe kan say say any kwan sa to Forson eman energy because you for first 2 months or 3 months His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebetina akunya so no dollar rate no edikan control enya afia so hate no na U Ato Forson ebibusi yenim de John Mahama and accessory with all due respect His Excellency John Dramani Mahama otumi enti se so atia any kind of jubilate at all sheye na esehua ehon sem ebe bebre. In some say, Anna, Dr. Bawumia Edibetuja. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or a competent man, want to say in Simbi a baby chemu, a former president Nana Danko Kufa say, Mahama incompetent, but the president is very, very competent. And when Simbi Bri, and Anna Ecoso, my gun, must say, intimate person may say much of your time, no, coming on your question, Semu and Marcia, Medasi.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ewo 6 January ansa ene ba be so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama inu na dollar ne nam 14.4 something eno ene dollar rate NDC amanyuku ne ehirete ye enti after say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebe president no dollar no ko so kakra it could do bear 15 point something more baby. There no and a Ghana for nyina no starting who said dollar no drop gidi enya asem ketu as say there. Akwa say amount for nyina ka ho asem a ebi mu kire say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ba yin. Ono ankasa ne modern mo a within ekeka ko 5 months yi modern mo a wabo ewa akunya no so e de ema yehu drastic changes yi. Ebi munsu chiremu a past government in shishaya wa shisha de to honum eno na ama dollar no reduce gidigidi a enya asem ketua ebi munsu asem o mo kan say US and China trade war na ama dollar no reduce kakra na Dr. Bawumia na ankasa enso edina no ato sansem we mu a ono so akire na adwen abusa some questions Dr. Bawumia abusa about the entire dollar no eba from na cedi ne ekosoro de ensem no ano ayedin ye panti abusa ba be bawrem ne akwa akotie ensem ahodo a Dr. Bawumia ono ankasa edotutu ho ne asese wunya subscribe ya no abomode ano subscribe na afi nso wache wadwen e comment section honum da bibia aye kama ye bawrem ne enkotie Dr. Bawumia ansem a ode beto honum
the appreciation of the city that we have seen recently. I think one of the things that if you ask a simple question to the NDC to point out exactly what policy they have implemented that has resulted in the appreciation of the city, they cannot tell you one that has been implemented, not sort of talked about, but actually implemented. They cannot tell you one such policy. They only pass their budget in March. They've not even issued any contracts and paid for anything, pretty much. So you cannot ascribe what is happening to the currency to a policy that they have implemented. There's no such policy that has been implemented that has had that impact yet. For me, we had anticipated the impact of gold in this economy. I talked about it when we got into dire straits in 2022, and I said that when you look at Ghana being the largest gold producer in Africa, our reserves of gold at that time was 8.7 tons You look at US, they have 8,000 tons. UK, over 2,000 tons. Same with France and so. Confidence in your currency, because people know whenever, because the gold, why I went for gold is that you don't need to export to get gold. You need to export cocoa to get foreign exchange, timber, oil. You need to turn it abroad. But as for Ghana, you just need to dig it or pay for it with cedis. So it was a much easier way to do it. And so we started the gold purchase program. And in 2 years, Ghana, Bank of Ghana had bought $5 billion worth of gold. $5 billion. Remember, we are going to IMF just for $3 billion and going through all sorts of hoops. But in 2 years, we had bought $5 billion. So we increased the gold reserves in Ghana from 8.7 tons to 30 tons. You know, so for 65 years after independence, we only had 8.7 tons. But in just 2 years, we went to 30. And so that is a big backing for the currency. I mean, they have been in office so far. They've not even increased it by 1 ton. 1 ton, one. Not a single 1 ton. They haven't increased it by, you know, so, but you know, people, after all the noise of the election, people are paying attention to our reserves. That is one thing, which we have built to 30 tons. Secondly, you've mentioned that the US dollar itself is on the decline globally. And that has also strengthened. If you go to Zambia, for example, the kwacha has gained a lot of ground also because you have the US dollar declining in value because of what is happening in the US with all of that. So I think those are, and then there's the third element, is that they are not spending. I mean, if you are managing an economy, you have to pay your bills. They are not paying IPPs, for example. This is why the doomsday is so acute, and they are not paying contractors. So when you are not spending, there's less pressure on your currency. So those are some of the reasons why you are seeing an appreciation of the currency. But if you look at it, if we had not instituted the gold purchase program as well as the gold for oil program, our economy would have collapsed. It would have. Where would we have gotten $5 billion just, you know, to support the economy? You wouldn't have gotten it. So I believe that it is clear that what we put in place, and I believe this is going to be there for a long time, what we have put in place should help us maintain stability in the currency. President Mahama came, his first election, Mahama's one was an aberration, because 2012, we were going for an election against males. So all our ammunition and our battle plans was against males, right? And so we did everything we could. Unfortunately, may his soul rest in peace, he passed away. And then it was Mahama who was sworn in and then became the candidate. Now, for the rest of the campaign, NDC was playing funeral songs. I'm sure many of you saw it. They had angels on the TV. They were playing mourning songs. How could you even attack them? You'll be seen as insensitive. They mourned all the way to victory. You know, they mourned all the way to victory. And we were just sitting there. You know, even then, as I said, 2012, he won, but we disputed it. But he was the one who won at his first attempt. But Ghanaians gave him the boot in 2016. And then he came back again, you know, in 2020. He didn't win. And then 2024. I mean, when you look at it, who would have thought that Mahama will come back again and be president of Ghana?